We are back. We are back. I had a cupcake for breakfast. Oh no. And then let's see. Are these uploaded? Ah, nice. Uploaded. Okay. So probably not gonna spend the entire 10 minutes queuing because I already did that before. So in the last one, I was able to get most of the clips inserted in of the new narrations. So I think I only have like 1 or 2 left to insert, and then change the volume of the explosion. And then I'm debating whether or not to make other changes, but honestly, all the other changes would be so minor. Like, I don't know if it's even worth the effort to make those changes. So that's going to be pretty much it there. I'll also think maybe a little bit more about whether to change the content. Probably won't change anything there. Dude, why the heck did I learn an RUL algorithm for one of these ZBLLs? I have no idea why I decided to do that. Like, and take out the pair, do a lefty soon, and then put the pair back in. Like, why would the heck would I do that? Why? That's just terrible. Wait, am I listening to the right soundtrack? Yeah. What's the best way to finger trig this? I think it's to do that. I think it's to do that. So this is one of the few remixes that I noticed is from a later Touhou game. It's from Touhou 15, I think. It's kind of hard to tell what to do in this case. Of course. Okay, stop. Okay, last solve. All right, we're so close to done. We're honestly so close to done. So what we're doing here is we have all of our clips, I think. We might either have one or two more.
5 and single time. The total number of solves was 58.
I'm a little worried because the audio volume is different for both of them, which it shouldn't be. They should be the same volume. I have no freaking clue how that happened. They should be the same.
119 of which were DNFs.
Okay, and then what was the last clip? There's one which was an average of 159 solves per day.
0.2% of the solves were DNFs, or 2 DNFs in every 1,000 solves. 1,000 solves.
Okay, right about there. Everything is everything.
I did an average of 159 solves per day.
Okay, so this one right here is going to be like that. Oh, I know why. It's because, so basically, oh wait, no, what? Because both of them are a half volume, so yeah, that's going to be so fun. It's going to be so fun. Insert, I believe it's the last clip. This is 88, this is 87. Yeah, this should be the last one.
I didn't.
Thanks.
I did an average of 159 solves per day.
Okay, I think that's about it there. Okay, I think we're done.
Solves. I did an average of 159 solves per day. Look at these 4 averages.
So yeah, the playback here is terrible. Okay, the only last thing, we're just going to change the audio clip for the explosion. So actually the audio for the explosion doesn't even start till like right there. So split.
This session.
And then it's gonna be kind of hard to cut this part right there. Ooh, that's gonna be hard to cut correctly. Like the only way I can think of to cut it more precisely is, okay, here's what we'll do. We'll just cut it right there. Now it's already at half volume, so I think it's already decent compared to the rest of it. Because if we make this full volume, like think about, so basically here's full volume for this one.
I did a cubing session on CS Timer that lasted an entire year.
Look at this. It's not even that much louder than the other stuff.
This session started.
But if I'm going to put my earphones at full volume and see what it sounds like. Yeah, it hurts my ears. I definitely need to turn it down more. All right, we'll turn it down to half of its current volume.
This entire year. This session's
still going to move it down more. Okay, I think that's going to be good. Hopefully it's not too quiet.
This session's
dude, it's still way too loud.
Session on CS Timer that lasted an entire year.
Okay, so it's about the same volume as my voice now, I think. Nah, it's a little bit. Oh my goodness, dude. How quiet. Oh. How quiet is this gonna be? Okay, I have it on the minimum volume. Okay, that's too quiet. Let's see.
Lasted an entire year. This session started. I did a cubing session on CS Timer that lasted an entire.
Also, we'll make this one full volume just so we can compare it again.
I did did a cubing session on CS Timer that lasted an entire year. This session started on
Okay, I think that's good.
entire year.
It's at a very, very low volume now. Very low volume. Now I'm putting my volume on my computer back down to 20.
I did a cubing session on CS Timer that lasted an entire year. This session started.
But what if people listen to the video at this volume?
Session on CS Timer. I did a cubing session on CS Timer that lasted an entire year.
Like, it still needs to be significantly louder than my voice because that's the entire effect I'm going for.
This session lasted an entire year. This session started on July. I did a cubing session on CS Timer that lasted an entire year. I did a cubing session on CS Timer that lasted an entire year.
I feel like it's too quiet.
An entire year. This session.
I think that's fine. Okay. Okay. So basically, every single video clip except for one is at full volume. Okay, this one we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. So 5 up from the bottom. Control A, all of them are at full, except this is 5 up. Oh, come on. Did it even do it all? Do all of them? Like, is this one at full? Oh, come on!
I did a cube.
Hello? Okay, now they're all at full, right? And this one is also full. And this one needs to be at 5 up from the bottom. Okay, this one is at this one's at this one's at this. Oh, you know what? But these need to be at 0. So this is at 0. This is 0. This is 0. Dang. This is 0. And this is 0. Okay, it should be good now. I think all of the audio is correct. All of it should be correct now.
I did a cubing session on CS Timer that lasted an entire year. This session started on July 27th, 2020, and ended on July 27th.
I have a feeling that it's too quiet, though.
CS Timer that lasted an entire year. This session's entire year. This session started on July 27th, 2020, and ended on July 27th, 2021. Here are all the best averages achieved during the session. The session was 8.89. The best time of the session was 4.43. Best averages were personal bests at.
So, interesting fact, I think the echo is a little bit more evident in the original clips because all of the original clips were recorded in my mom's basement. And the re-recorded clips were recorded in my room, and my room doesn't have as much echo, so there's a pretty clear difference.
Time of getting them, except for the average of 5 and single time. The total number of solves was 58,004, 119 of which were DNFs. 0.2% of the solves were DNFs, or 2 DNFs in every 1,000 solves. I did an average of 159 solves per day. Look at these 4 averages to determine what I'm currently averaging.
Alright, save movie for high definition, part 7, and we're not going to take a break after this because there's not going to be very many more changes, I don't think, to this video. I really don't think there's going to be very many more changes. Okay, what are we going to do while we're waiting for that? Is there anything productive to do? Okay, I guess Okay, yes, because we can look for music. Okay, remember which one we were on. We'll put it in the notepad. We are number 16 of that one. Okay, so basically for music, I'm thinking. So let's try something from this soundtrack. I'm trying to think what type of music would be good. I don't know if this soundtrack will work well for this video, but maybe there's a good one from here. I'm not sure. Like maybe this one. I don't know. I don't know if this is good. I'm trying to think, will this work with my video? I might have to play it along with the video to see if it works. Probably, like, you might be cringing, like, what the heck? What is that music? Sorry, I'm just trying to think of a good song to put in, okay? I like this song, okay? So we'll write down songs that we can put in. So, music. Say strawberry. Hello? Oh. Music. I don't know. Not that one. I'd probably Fall Strawberry is like the best one from the soundtrack. Well, that one could be an option, I guess. It can't be like super intense. The word illusionary was used twice in the song names. Nice. Illusionary girl from what? From Canaveral? What is that? I really like that one actually. Alright. Alright, close, save. We're going to actually, I'm kind of on a roll with the music here, so let's keep going. That one is a little intense, but I don't know. That could actually work. Fantasy, science, dolls, what? Oh, come on, dude. Dolls. I literally don't know the name of the song. Are you going to say the name? Right here? Dolls, Phantom. Okay. It's like a Final Boss theme or something. That one's a little too intense. It gets intense way later on. That one's too intense, probably. I don't know, but maybe we will go with a more intense song. Who knows? Okay, so what other playlists do we have options from? I mean, we have. I'm basically just listening, going through all the ones that I listened to for like the past few months, nonstop. So, like, because I know those the best. Nah. Like, the main problem I have with this soundtrack, I don't like the instrumentation as much. I guess it's an option, because it's mostly piano instrumentation there. We don't need to write the whole name anyways. New Illusion. There's too many options. Okay, wait, I need to narrow this down because I have way too many options right now. So the ones I listened to were this one, this, and my favorite soundtrack out of all of those was this one. I kind of like this one too. There's too many options to choose from. Like, I really like this one too. It's just one of my favorite ones, but honestly, I don't know if there's any good songs from here that would fit with my video. There's too many good stuff to choose from. Dang it. Oh man, it's harder than I thought to choose a music track to go with it. Honestly, maybe Seihu 1 actually isn't the best options. Okay, so we're gonna watch part 7. We're gonna watch part 7. Ooh boy. Okay, so it doesn't matter if I messed up something. Doesn't matter. I don't even know what.
I did a cubing session on CS Timer that lasted an entire year. This session started on July 27th, 2020. And
I'm worried that this the explosion sound isn't loud enough, but when you turn up your volume on your earphones to 50%, it's literally at 50%. And let's turn this video player audio down to 50%. This is this technically hello? Why can't I use stinking? Put it at 50, please. Jeez, why? Like, why can't you use your arrows? Okay, fine. 49%. This is like the average volume that people have, right? My earphones are plugged in. These are earphones that have a high ceiling for the volume. So I'll probably test it with other earphones and without earphones to see how the audio sounds.
I did a cubing session on CS Timer that lasted an entire year. This session started on July 27th, 2020.
I think that was decent, because it can't be too loud. I don't want people to be startled by it. So.
CS Timer that lasted an entire year. This session started on July 27th, 2020, and ended on July 27th, 2021. Here are all the best.
It's so funny. The tone of my voice changes because it was a different day. Oh man. Oh no! No! It kept the stinking glitch? Dang it! Why? Windows Movie Maker, you suck! Are you kidding me? That's actually gonna be a problem? Why? Why is it fade? Whoa, come on, dude. Okay, you know what? Delete. We're deleting that. We're not even going to keep that. We're going to just... This is so frustrating. Why does it do that? Why?
And ended on July 27th, 2021. Here are all the best averages.
This is so frustrating.
The best time of the session was 4.
It's like right here, right?
The average of
What? It fades in. That's what happens. It fades in, but it... Why does it fade in?
The average of during the session. The session was during the session. The session was the average during the session.
Oh, dude, this is so hard to fix. You can't easily fix this issue. This is just... This is not my fault. How does this have to happen? Why are you doing that? No. This is the worst issue ever. You can't easily fix it. I would fix it by adding part of the clip back in or something, but... Oh. Okay, I think the way to fix it is just to redo the audio, like to add in that audio clip, I guess. Oh, so frustrating. At least I only have to do it a few times, but still.
Here are all the best averages achieved during the session.
I can't believe it. It literally put that in the video, that glitch. I thought that was just a glitch with the player.
The average of this.
When you click at the beginning and
the average during the session.
So basically, why does it fade out and fade in? There's no fade in here. This has no fade out and fade in. There's no fade out and fade in. This doesn't have fade in. Why does it do that?
During the session.
That's stupid. Oh, man. Okay. One thing at a time. Everything is at the proper volume. Everything's at the proper volume. So what we're going to do is re-add those clips. It's going to be so fun to have to refine those clips. Which ones are they? Okay. Okay, so this has no volume. Instead, we're going to re-add the audio clip back. So the audio clip was... from the narration. Idiot! This is a waste of my time. This should not even be happening right now. Okay, which one is it? We'll actually use this. I like using that. Because I don't like Groove Music. I actually like Windows Media Player, but I'm using that for my music, so we'll use this. That should be good.
My best time was 4.43, and my worst time was...
So 7 was the best time is 4:43, worst time is blah, blah, blah. So that was down there. So that's the clip right before it. So we actually need number 6. We should be able to get number 6 right there. Number 6. Insert. Number 6. Okay.
The average of the session was 8.
Okay, this should be good. This should be good. And as you change it, adjust the volume of the clip audio. So this audio is full volume. Okay?
The average of the session was 8.8.
I bet it's going to screw up all my audio. Crap. I hate everything. I hate everything. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Put it down here first. That same thing actually happened with the last clip of the video. The audio faded in for that video. Like, the Windows Movie Maker automatically adds the fade in effect without you, even though it doesn't say that the fade in effect is there, it adds it in automatically. Like, it's like, oh, let's do something fun. Let's do something great for video editors. We'll automatically fade in the audio when you have audio, and then you switch to video, and it will automatically fade from the audio to the video. Wow, this will be great. This will cause no problems to video editors at all whatsoever. Oh, man. Also, personal health issues as well. Have fun listening to some Vosh.
Yeah, you talked a little bit about men and incels. I do think that it's an under-discussed problem on the left. There's very often the belief amongst people who are progressives or people who are socialists is that the only groups that should really be paid attention to are marginalized ones, which I think is a really counterproductive idea. Not only is it optically bad, for many reasons, but it just doesn't logically follow. Like, you should only be good or kind or helpful to people if they're socially marginalized. It just seems odd to me. So it seems like a problem we should all be invested in trying to address,
Yeah, well, what ends up happening is eventually, when you focus on the people who are marginalized, the reverse happens, and the people who were once marginalized become lifted up, and then the people who were once dominant become the people who are marginalized.
I don't know if I believe that. Or, I mean, maybe that's some far-flung future, but at the moment I don't think that's happened.
Okay. Well, there's a couple things there's a couple talking points lately that I've really been hounding that I think will make for good conversation between us. I like to fancy myself as very red-pilled on the woman issue. I did a lot of dating before I met my girlfriend, and a lot of observing of the differences between men and women. And there's a lot of misconceptions that I think men tell ourselves about women to make ourselves feel better, to help us sleep at night. But I think that a lot of these are just bedtime stories. And among them are, one that I'm sure you'll agree with, is that women don't like liberal men. That's not true at all. Liberal men get married and date all the time. But another one is that women hate each other. There's this idea that, nobody hates women more than women. Women hate each other. That's sometimes true. Obviously, they can get catty. But much more often, what you actually see if you observe women is women rolling out the red carpet for each other. I think most of the time women treat each other much better than they treat men, or even than men treat each other. Like, I got a couple examples. Like, I was born on YouTube.
No, I want to say, I would say generally that's true. I think that women are socialized to be amicable and agreeable, just generally they are, with men and with women. But generally speaking, if you have two women together, since they've both been socialized to be a little bit more like that, I think maybe there's the possibility of them generally being more friendly to each other. We see a lot of this in the social circles that women have. First.
Okay, I think I'm fine now. I can keep going. Maybe. All right. All right. So basically, right here, what I was about to do was, dude, this might not work. Which clip was it? 8? Crap, I forgot already. Crap. It shouldn't shift all my clips over, right? It only shifted them over because I was putting them in before it, and then it was like, oh, let's shift them all over. I thought that all of these clips were basically standing alone and not moving. What the heck are you doing, Windows Movie Maker? Why? Is it?
Different stats about your session. My favorite thing to look at on the
Oh, this is a mistake. I can't do that because... dang it. Because we have audio from this overlapping. Crap. Okay, you know what's fine. Is this the right clip?
show you a lot of different stats about your session. My favorite thing to look at on this chart is
All these best averages were achieved, blah, blah, blah. Is that what we're looking for? No, that's not the right clip. I think it's 7 we're looking for. We're looking for 7. Add clip.
show you a lot of different stats about your session.
My best time was blah, blah, blah. No, what? My best time was blah, blah, blah. Hello? Oh, it's the one before that. It's number 6. Sorry. Okay. Number 6. 6. I think it's 6. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Because I remember it looking like this. So, nice. No, 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 no. What are you doing?
The average before June 2020, I was averaging.
Okay, you know what? Fine. Jeez. We'll turn it down temporarily and then turn it back up. Okay, just remember to turn it back up.
The average of the session was 8.89. My best time was 4.43, and
the average of the session was blah. That's literally all I need. Okay.
The average of the session was 8.89.
Okay, so that's all I need.
The average of the session was 8.89.
All right, so now we'll make this back to full volume. Oh, it's still gonna do the thing though. It's still gonna do it. No, I don't think it will. I don't think it will. When I add the clip there, it's not gonna move all of my other audio clips over. It's not gonna do that, right? Don't you dare do that. Thank you. Thank you. That's what I wanted. Don't fade in and out, please.
During the session. The average of the session was 8.89. The best time of the session was 4.
Okay, and then
4.43. Best average.
Stupid. So it was 8, I believe. It was 8. So okay, fine. You know what? We'll make this no volume. Then remember to change it later, okay? This is stupid. This is the stupidest thing ever.
All of these best
averages were achieved.
Best averages were personal bests at the time of.
No, all of these were personal bests. Okay.
All of these best averages were in single time.
Okay, now.
All of these best averages were personal bests at.
And also, or make sure they're at full volume too. Dang it. This is. Maybe we can select all at the end and make them full volume, right? Oh my god, wait, are they all at half volume right now? They should be all at full volume. Okay, well, at the end I'll make it all full volume. So this goes here. Hope I didn't mess anything up there.
0.43. All of these best averages were
That's funny.
All of these best averages were personal bests at the time.
That's funny. That's so funny. Okay, so this part of the video is 0 volume. Okay.
All of these best at 0.4.
Hello? I'm supposed to be at 0.
0.43. All of these best averages were personal bests at the time of getting them, except for the average of 5 and single time. The total number of solves was 58,004, 119 of which were DNFs. 0.
Alright, crap. Which clip do I need now? So is it 10? That means that blah blah blah.
That means that 0.2% of the solves
Nice!
were 2 DNFs in every 1,000 solves.
Wait, hold on.
Of 159 solves per day.
This one right here needs to be.
0.2% of the solves were.
So yeah, it's number 10. Nice. Okay, number 10. Number 10.
That means that 0.2% of the solves were DNFs. Fs. Were DNFs, or 2 DNFs in every 1,000 solves.
Okay, so this, there's 2 of them, dang it, because I had to split it. So basically this goes here. Please don't mess up. Please don't mess up. I think it's good.
Which were DNFs. That means that 0.2%. Which were DNFs. That means that 0.2% of the solves were DNFs, or 2 DNFs in every 1,000 solves. I did an average of 159 solves per day.
And then this one,
solves per day. Look at these 4 averages.
So we need clip number 12 probably, I think.
I like to look at these 4 averages to determine what I'm currently averaging. So
okay, so we're gonna make it no volume and make this no volume, and then we're going to add clip number 12.
I like to look. I like to.
This has to be the last adjustment. The last one. Video volume at full volume. Okay, so we'll do this again. We'll do this again. Oh, no. Okay. Full volume, not as full. Full volume, no volume. Okay, we'll listen to it. I hate this. No volume, no volume. Okay, I'll be able to easily tell because all of those videos have to be at no volume. All of them. This video is at full volume. And this video is at full volume. This one's at lower. This one's at full. All those are at no volume.
I like to.
Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Save. It better not be laggy. It's going to be laggy. I know it's going to be laggy.
A cubing session on CS Timer that lasted an entire year. This session started on July 27th, 2020 and ended on July 27th, 2021. Here are all the best averages achieved during the session. The average of the session was 8.89. The best time of the session was 4.43. All of these best averages were personal bests at the time of getting them, except for the average of 5 and single time. The total number of solves was 58,000.
Okay, there's a bit of a gap there. I don't know if that's a result.
And single time. The total and single time. The total
No,
number
that's fine. That was just lag.
58,004, 119 of which were DNFs. That means that 0.2% of the solves were DNFs, or 2 DNFs in every 1,000 solves. I did an average of 100.
I guess that was a joke of the video too, the math parts of it.
9 solves per day. I like to look at these 4 averages to determine what I'm currently averaging. End of the session.
Oh no! This is an infinite problem that will never end. This will never end. Okay.
Averaging. End of the session, I was averaging.
How do you merge 2 clips together, please? No. Oh, this is dumb. Recording 12. This would go on forever. I would have to keep adding the audio, and at the end of it, it would always fade in and out when I don't want it to.
End of the session, averaging. End of.
So. So basically the fix here is I wanted to make the split later. I don't know if that would even fix it though. Oh, this is awful. Come on. I got an idea. Maybe I could have done this all along. What if I did this? Split right here. This part also has full volume. What happens? What happens when I do that?
Averaging. The end of the session.
It still does it.
So at the end of the session, averaging. The end of the session, I was averaging.
I think whenever okay. So basically, whenever watch this. I'm gonna split in a random spot. Split. This part will have no volume, and this part will have volume. Watch this. It fades in automatically. Dang it! You've got to be kidding me. Why? It fades in automatically. It's no fade in. There's no fade in. Are you kidding me? Come on. There's no fade in. None. It automatically fades in. Are you kidding me? There's no way to fix this problem. There's no way to fix it. Oh, man. I literally have no clue how to fix the problem. I literally have no clue. It automatically fades in. I have to add a gap or something right there. I can fix this. I think I can fix it. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add part of the next clip there. I can do it with this last clip because that's where the original thing was, right? Can I go back to... I don't want this part to be split. It's fine if it's split. It's fine. Okay, this audio is here. This... Okay, we literally don't need this audio actually, right? Because what we're going to do... Okay, and undo that split right there. Okay, so... Okay. What we're going to do is add the audio clip back. It was number 12, I think, right? It was number 12. And what we're going to do is only have it play for a fraction of a second during the part where it's fading in.
Four averages to determine what I'm currently averaging.
So we're going to only have it play for a tiny bit. Not even that much, but...
Calls per day. I like to look at these 4 average calls per day. I like to look at these 4...
It's weird how...
Look at these calls per day. I like to look at these 4 average...
That's actually not enough time. Huh, interesting.
I like to look at these four averages to determine solves per day. I like to look at these four averages to determine what I'm currently averaging. So at the end of the session...
Wait, what? The video volume should be at full volume. How come there's no echo thing?
Solves per day. I like to look at these four averages to determine... I like to look at these four...
Okay, we're gonna go like this. You should hear like an echo thingy there, but no. That's weird.
Solves per day. I like to look at these four averages to determine what I'm currently...
So there's a little bit of an audio sound there when it cuts off, but that's the price I'll pay for that. I don't care.
Solves per day. I like to look at these four averages to determine what I'm currently averaging.
So I think I fixed it.
1,000 solves. I did an average of 159 solves per day. I did an average of 159 solves per day. I like to look at these four averages to determine what I'm currently...
I'm getting sick of
1,000
this.
took 1 month to get sub 9, and that lasted an entire cubing session on CS Timer that lasted an entire year. This session started...
Okay, we'll watch it through. Watch it through.
I did a cubing session on CS Timer that lasted an entire year. This session started on July 27th, 2020 and ended on July 27th, 2021. Here are all the best averages achieved during the session. The average of the session was 8
Why does the audio sound louder?
and ended on July 20th.
Okay, I'll Control A. All audio clips are going to be full volume. All of them. That was something I almost forgot about. Thank God I remembered. Thank God. Okay.
And ended on July 20th.
Hopefully.
Started on July 27th. This session started on lasted an entire year. This session started on July 27th, 2020 and ended on July 27th, 2021.
I don't know if the volume of that is louder than this.
Cubing session on CS. I did a cubing session on CS and ended on a cubing session on CS. I did a cubing session on CS. Cubing session on CS and ended on July. CS Timer that lasted an entire year. This session started on July 27th, 2020 and ended on July 27th, 2021. Here are all the best averages achieved during the session. The average of the session was 8.89. The best time of the session was 4.43. All of these best averages were personal bests at the time of getting them, except for the average of 5 and single time. The total number of solves was 58,004, 119 of which were DNFs. That means that 0.2% of the solves were DNFs, or 2 DNFs in every 1,000 solves. I did an average of 159 solves per day. I like to look at these four averages to determine what I'm currently averaging. So at the
Well, this is epic.
suggestions, it would be much appreciated. Thanks
The same glitch happened at the end of the video too,
for watching.
because I didn't want the audio to fade in for the cube solve. I wanted it to just cut in abruptly. Maybe that's bad, but okay. I guess it's fine it faded in, but I wish it faded in sooner. Like I wish you could heard the beginning of the solve too.
Thanks for watching.
Okay, this is going to be part 7. This is part 7. Save movie. Man, so I guess the way to fix the issue in the future is I don't know. I got to think of a better way, because this was terrible. It took like 30 minutes to fix it. That is the stupidest thing ever to be a problem. Why, dude? Okay, so we're still trying to look for music. All right, let's go back to looking for music. Let's think about, do we want, now Say Who is like my favorite soundtrack out of all these soundtracks, but I don't know if it fits well with the video. I'm going to lower the volume and like kind of imagine this playing in the background of my video and think about it if it fits. You know, I really like this song. I think I'm going to try to use this one. Wait, that's the first song you thought of. Well, I like the Say Who soundtrack, and I think, wait, what was the more intense? We can either go with the relaxing song or an intense song, and I think which one of these was the more intense one? I think it might have been this one. Yeah, this one. Let's think about this. Would this one work? Like, do I want something that's like intense or more relaxing? I'm trying to decide. You know, I think more relaxing is fine because intense kind of makes it sound like I'm taking myself way too seriously. So I think we'll go with this one. But, of course, I will play it alongside my video just to see what it sounds like. Also, we need more than one, I just realized, because this one doesn't last the entire length of the video. So let me think. I need 2 of them. What was the second one that I found? Illusionary Sputnik. What the heck is that name? Wait, what? Oh, here. Yeah, that one's pretty good too. In fact, that one's 4 minutes and 30 seconds. But none of them are quite long enough to go through the entire video. Now, that would be really convenient if I could find only one song that lasted 5 minutes long or something. Maybe from this soundtrack. Let's see if there's one that's over 5 minutes. It has to be 5 minutes and 30 something seconds, I believe. Wait, how long? So this, okay, so 537. But how many seconds of the video are the 443? I think only about 5 or 6 seconds, so like 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Ooh, maybe the 5:24 one will work. Let's see. Is this a good one? I like this one. But I don't know. I really like the Say Who tracks. It's just that they're not long enough. Oh, you know what? So these songs loop twice. So it's fine if I use multiple ones but they don't perfectly match with the length of the video because I can just use one loop of it instead of 2 loops. Or I could use 2 loops instead of 1 loop. I mean, this song is good and all, but I think I like the Say Who ones better. I like Say Who. That's my favorite, one of my favorite ones. So this song, actually maybe the entirety of this song and then part of this song. I'm not sure though. It's really hard to decide. Actually, you know what? This one seems like a good first. This one seems like a good second song. So that's what we'll do. And we'll be able to hear an entire loop of that song probably. Okay. But it's possible it won't work and I'll have to find something else. That's entirely possible. Okay, close, save. Let's watch it to make sure it's good. Let's set my volume to 50. Man, I'm so close to being done. All I have to do is add the music. Let's go! As long as the audio fixes I made work. We have it at 50. It seems too quiet. Wait, why is it so quiet? It wasn't this quiet originally. Wait a minute.
I did a cubing session.
See, look, the volume here is not that loud.
I did a cubing session on.
I have it at full volume right here.
This session started.
Why is the volume so much quieter when you save the video? This is ridiculous. I literally have it at the same volume here as I have in Windows Movie Maker. This is ridiculous. This is the maximum volume. This is the maximum volume. And this is ridiculous. Windows Movie Maker automatically lowers the volume of your video when you save it. This is stupid. I think it's fine. I have my earphone volume. I'm going to take out my earphones and see what it sounds like. I'm going to have it at 50% on my computer. Come on! This is too quiet!
July 27th, 2020, and ended on July 27th.
This is the max volume?
Best average
Wait.
achieved during the session. The average of the session was 8.89. The best time of the session was 4.43. All of these best averages.
This is literally the maximum volume it can be
The
at.
average of 5 and single time. The total number.
I know, yes, it's perfectly fine. You can hear it, but it should be way louder than this because oh my god, this is so frustrating. It automatically lowers the volume. I have it at max volume right here. These audio clips are at max volume. All of them are at max volume. Everything is at max volume. And when you put it at 50, you should, like, 50 should be like the reasonable volume for a video, right? 50 and 50 should be the reasonable volume, but when you put it at 1550, you can barely hear it. This is so stupid. And then when I put on my earphones and I have it at 50 and 50, is it even quieter or is it about the same? Yeah, it's basically about the same. Like when I have my earphones and this at 50-50 and then I take out the earphones, it's about the same and it's extremely quiet. The only way to really hear it well is to turn it up to full volume. Oh my god. At no point during the editing process did I lower the volume of the clips. At no point. Okay, we're going to look at every single project. We're going to look at 5, 6, and 7. Those are the last 3. I already looked at 5 and 6 to make sure. 6. 5. Let's play 5 at this volume. Let's play 5 and see if it's louder.
I did a cubing session on CS Timer that night.
Can I play both clips at the same time, please? So I can compare them.
I did a cubing session on CS Timer.
Okay, compare this.
I did a cubing session on CS Timer that lasted an entire year.
Compare this to this.
I did a cubing session on CS Timer that lasted. I did a cubing session.
Okay, they're all the same volume. They're all the same. Let's go to number 1. Here's the very first edit. Here's the very first edit. Oh, where is it? Dude, didn't I just click it?
I did a cubing session.
Okay, so the volume doesn't decrease over time, I guess. This is just the max volume. It's just really frustrating that I don't have the option to have a higher volume. Okay. I'm going to turn this up to full, 100%. So when you turn this video player up to 100%, then it's much louder, obviously. Okay, let's watch through the video. This is the final draft of the video without the music.
I did a cubing session on CS Timer that lasted an entire year. This session started on July 27th, 2020 and ended on July 27th, 2021. Here are all the best averages achieved during the session. The average of the session was 8.89. The best time of the session was 4.43. All of these best averages were personal bests at the time of getting them, except for the average of 5 and single time. The total number of solves was 58,004, 119 of which were DNFs. That means that 0.2% of the solves were DNFs.
So there's a noticeable difference between the quality, like I already mentioned. Like, when I recorded these clips in my mom's basement, stereotype, when I recorded these clips in my mom's basement, there was an echo, but when I recorded it in my room, there was no echo. So, that's something to keep in mind.
There were 2 DNFs in every 1,000 solves. I did an average of 159 solves per day. I like to look at these 4 averages to determine what I'm...
So there's the part where I was having trouble, so you can clearly tell there's a...
159 solves per day. I like to look at these 4 averages to determine...
So weirdly enough, it kind of like, the volume fades down and then goes back up. I don't know why it does that, but... Oh, I guess it's because it's trying to adjust, like Windows Movie Maker is trying to adjust, but you can still hear what I'm saying, right?
I like to look at these 4 averages to determine what I'm
Yeah.
averaging.
You can still tell I'm saying what I'm saying there. It's just that the volume noticeably decreases and then goes back up,
So at the end of the
which is really
session,
annoying.
I was averaging about 8.5 to 8.6.
And yeah, I had no freaking idea how to fix that other than what I did there, so.
I found a website called Quibica go cubing that can show you a lot of different stats about your session. My favorite thing to look at on this chart is my average of 1,000 because you can get an idea of how my overall average decreased over time. In order to understand this graph, you actually need to know that before June 2020, I was averaging 8.2 to 8.5, but then I learned a bunch of new F2L algs, and it took me a while to get my average back down. This is why at the beginning of the session...
So that's the part where, like, the video would definitely be improved if I put other clips there instead of just staying on that same screen the whole time. But I can't be bothered to fix. Like, there's so many things I could fix. There's so many things I can improve, but I just can't be bothered because it takes so much effort.
I was averaging high 9. As you can see, the average drastically decreases all the way down to about 9 flat, where it stays for a while. Then it gradually increases to about 9.5, and then suddenly drops down to 8.5. It fluctuates in between 8.5 and 9.0 for the rest of the graph, while occasionally going below 8.5, like right here, which is where I got my best average of 1,000. The histogram shows the frequency of each length of solve, such as the number of 8s, number of 7s, etc. Obviously, the number of 8s is the highest. The most surprising fact was that...
That's when I recorded a line in post, and it was a totally different tone of voice.
I got more 7s than 9s. Here are the number of 6s, 5s, and 4s. I got 338 5s, which is 0.6%, or 6 out of every 1,000 solves. I got 13 4s, which is 0.02%, or 2 out of every 10,000 solves. Looking at the distribution on my PB average of 1,000, I got more 7s than 8, and the chance of getting a 6
And a couple of times I accidentally cut off the letter S in some of my phrases.
increased to almost the same chance as getting a 9.
Because the preview for the sounds in Windows Movie Maker, sometimes it doesn't pick up the fact that you're saying the S sound.
Effect is more pronounced in my PB average of 100, where the 7s dominate and the number of 6s is double the
I don't know if I like the wording there. The 7s dominate.
This section shows the progression of your personal best times and averages for that particular session. The pattern here is that the first 2 days of the session you'll break your PBs a million times just because it's a new session. Then after that it will become less frequent. So on the first day I got a 530, and
There's that audio
second day,
thing
I got a
there.
484. Then 1 month later I got a 482, and then 2 months after that I got a 479.
Now I could like highlight all the solves I'm pointing out, but that would take 5 billion
Then
years.
it took me 7 months until I finally got a 443, and that's where the PB stood until the end. For mean of 3 PB, over time it steadily decreased from 6.76 down to 6.18, and then on May 23rd, 2021, I got my first ever sub-6 mean of 3. For average of 5, after the first 2 days it was 7.16. Over the next month it decreased to 6.80. Over the next several months it decreased to 6.2.
I'm just thinking about, oh yeah, I almost forgot about the thumbnail. I think I should be able to figure out how to make a thumbnail. I hope I can figure that out. Like, maybe I'll literally look up a tutorial how to make a thumbnail with this particular program. Like, maybe I can use a program that's already on my computer, like Paint. Like, can you make a thumbnail with Paint? And can you, like, put images, combine images together to make a thumbnail? Like, I'll probably have to look that up. But that'll be the last thing I do, is to make a thumbnail and also make the comments, not the comments, the description. The description is going to take a long time to write. I'm going to put a lot of details into the description. Unlike a lot of people, unlike most people who upload YouTube videos, I don't know why they don't put more information in the description boxes. I just don't know why.
5.7, then 6.40, and finally got a 636 average of 5. Here's my progression for average of 12. Every PB starting with 722 was an overall PB, and then we have my PB progression for all these other averages. This section shows your top 50 results for each category. This shows all 13 4s I got in the session and every best solve up to 539. Fun fact, I got the top 2 times 443 and 446 on the same day. I totally forgot that I got 2 sub-6 means of 3, one in May and one in July. I got 2 636 averages of 5 because the very next solve was a 587, which kept the average at 636. It's cool to see that the top 50 averages of 5 are all sub 7. And then
There's that part of the video where it's just, it literally looks like it's running at 2 frames per second. Because
see that the top 50 averages of 5 are all sub 7, and then all the rest of the averages aren't that interesting. This section shows when you got your first sub X time or average. For single, I got my first sub 5 on the second day and never got a 3, unfortunately. For mean of 3, I got my first ever sub 6 in May. Average of 5, I pretty quickly got a sub 7 and never got a sub 6. Average of 12, same story. Quickly got a 7XX and then that was it. For average of 50, it took me until February to get a sub 8 average. Funnily enough, only a week later, I got a sub 8 average of 100. Finally, average of 1,000 took 1 month to get sub 9 and that was it. Finally, we have this date histogram. This shows how many solves you did per day, month, or year. Looking at the days, we can see when I took breaks from cubing. It looks like the longest break I took was from June 15th to July 7th. It seems that most of my sessions were in between 200 and 600 solves in a day. The shortest session I found was 8 solves on this day, and the longest one was 952 solves on this day. Here are the solves per month. I did a ton of solves in August 2020, 13,000 solves. During that time, I didn't have school because it was between my summer semester at NICC and my fall semester at UW-Platteville. Then I didn't do so many for that fall semester. In December, I only did 427. That's probably because I was stuck.
Yeah, there's like 10 billion things that can be improved about this video.
And then for winter break, I did a lot of Crash to Insanity speedrunning. Then I randomly decided to do a lot of solves from February to July, although the number of solves steadily declined. Finally, here's the histogram for years. I did 26,000 solves in 2020 and 32,000 in 2021, although each of these is only about half a year. And that's basically it for this website. That was super cool, and I definitely recommend you try it out for yourself. What you do is click export and then click export. Definitely recommend you try it out for yourself. What you do is click export and then click export to file. Then go to QuabicoCubing.com and click choose file, choose your file, and then click submit. And there you go. Props to whoever made this website. Well, that's about it for this video. Hope you enjoyed, and if so, consider subscribing. Also, I'd really appreciate it if you left a comment letting me know what you thought of this video. It's my first high effort video in my attempt to exponentially grow this YouTube channel, and if you have any suggestions, it would be much appreciated. Thanks for watching.
Okay, so let's see how the music works out here. That's part 7. This is going to be the final video. The final video. I don't even know what the title is yet, because year-long cubing session is not the best title ever. So yeah, the video is actually going to end up being 5 minutes and 37 seconds. Alright, music. Here comes the music. Okay, so where's the source file for the music? Also, I'm not sure if I can have it open here at the same time as having it open here. False strawberry. Let's see, where's the source? I think I should be able to find it by doing this. So it should be in music, all downloaded music. I should change the name of that file to something else. Then we should have Seihu in here. Yep, good job. It's this one, it's definitely this one. Okay, and then False Strawberry. Oh boy, here we go, folks. Now I'm probably gonna start it like a second after the video starts or something. So, or not a second, but like after the explosion, I'll start the music, not the first part of the video. Maybe. So, way too loud, of course. And also the video volume has to be at full volume. Oh, here we go again. Oy, 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 oy.
For example, women are much less likely to be homeless, and they're more likely to have a place to go if they ever get ousted from their house. I think they have better social connections, like a stronger network. I don't think it's anything like inherent. I don't think it's a biological thing necessarily. I feel like it's we teach men to be alone. You know, we teach men to be very isolated, very solid. solitude. It's very, very solitary, and I think it backfires. Like it really, really hurts guys. I think.
Yeah, and one thing I saw you say on the stream is that we need to encourage kings complimenting each other and giving each other affection. It doesn't have to be gay, but it should be more encouraged because it's discouraged.
Yeah,
and I totally agree with that.
100%. Yeah, like because we don't wait. When you were growing up, did you ever just get compliments from guys or even from anyone? Really, like growing up?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, no, I didn't. And maybe from like friends, like a couple of times, maybe, but for the most part, that just doesn't happen. I think a lot of guys are worried about complimenting each other because they don't want to come off gay or anything. But it's not just the gay thing. It's also like, I think it's about the constant posturing. Like they insult each other instead. But the insult's supposed to be like friendly. It's like, you suck. You're looking kind of fat lately. But it's like a friendly insult. And I get it can be fun, but
Okay. Personal health issues are fun. Okay, so what I was doing was adding music. So the music, okay, you know what, whatever. The video, full volume. Music is going to be way quieter. It's going to be almost at the bottom here. So, and also it's going to be starting it's going to be starting.
Timer that lasted an entire year.
Okay, so which frame is it going to be starting on? It's going to be starting 473. 473. It's hard to put an exact point. Hey, we did it. I'm stupid. We have to cut.
This session started on
Also, it might not be the right type of music.
I did a cubing session.
And it's probably too loud still.
That lasted an entire year. This session started on July 27th, 2020, and ended on July 27th, 2020.
Still way too loud. All right, let's go with the minimum volume.
This session started on July 27th, 2020.
Also, I think we do want it to start. We do want it to cut right in. We don't want a gap right there. So 473. 470.
This session started on July.
Starting a bit too soon.
This session started on July 20th. I did a cubing session on CS Timer that lasted an entire year. This session started on July 27th, 2020, and ended on...
Actually, I don't know. It feels very weird. The tone of the video feels very weird.
I did a cubing session on CS Timer that lasted an entire year. This session started on July 27th, 2020, and ended on July 27th, 2021. Here are all the best averages achieved during the session. The average of the session was 8.89. The best time of the session was 4.43. All of these best averages were personal bests at the time of getting them, except for the average of 5 and single time. The total number of solves was 58,004, 119 of which...
It might be a good volume. It's hard to tell. It's either the correct volume or it needs to be a tiny bit louder.
This session started on July 27th, 2020, and ended on July 27th, 2021. Here are all the best averages achieved during the session. The average of the session was 8.89. The best time of the session was 4.43. All of these best averages were personal bests at the time of getting them, except for the average of 5 and single time. The total number of solves was 58,004, 119 of which were DNFs. That means that 0.2% of the solves were DNFs, or 2 DNFs in every 1,000 solves. I did an average of 159 solves.
Also, Toho music in general might be a little bit too intense for this type of video.
I like to look at these 4 averages to determine what I'm currently averaging. So at the end of the session, I was averaging about 8.5 to 8.6. I found a website called Quibico Cubing that can show you a lot of different stats about your session. My favorite thing to look at on this chart is my average.
Like, the problem with this, I'm having an issue. So, like, for at least it's not distracting from the video, but at the same time, you can barely even hear melodies. So I'm going to put it one tiny increment more than what it is. Okay, now let's see if it's good. Let's see.
This session started on July 27th, 2020 and ended on July 27th, 2021. Here are all the best averages achieved during the session. The average of the session was 8.89. The best time of the session was 4.43. All of these best averages were personal bests at the time of getting them, except for the average of 5 and single time. The total number of solves was 58,004, 119 of which were DNFs. That means that 0.2% of the solves were DNFs, or 2 DNFs in every 1,000.
I don't know if it fits very well, honestly. Like, there's too much stuff going on in the background. Like, the Touhou music is very, it has it's a constant stream of sound. And it seems like it might be a little bit too much. I'm not sure.
This session started on July 27th, 2020 and ended on July 27th, 2021. Here are all the best averages achieved during the session. The average of the session was 8.89. The best time of the session was 4.43. All of these best averages were personal bests at the time of getting them, except for the average of 5 and single time.
Also, the weird thing is, I don't know if I want the intro in there either, because it feels weird. Like, I feel like I should just pick up right off with the main part of the song as opposed to having the intro. I don't know if the intro repeats itself.
Total number of solves was 58,004, 119 of which were DNFs. That means that 0.2% of the solves were DNFs, or 2 DNFs in every 1,000 solves. I did an average of 159 solves per day. I like to look at these 4 averages to determine what I'm currently averaging. So at the end of the session, I was averaging about 8.5 to 8.6. I found a website called Quibico Cubing that can show you a lot of different stats about your session. My favorite thing to look at on this chart is my average of 1,000, because you can get an idea of how my overall average decreased over time. In order to understand this graph, you actually need to know that before June 2020, I was averaging 8.2 to 8.5, but then I learned a bunch of new F2L algs, and it took me a while to get my average back down. This is why at the beginning of the session, I was averaging high 9. As you can see, the average drastically decreases all the way down to about 9 flat, where it stays for a while. Then it gradually increases to about 9.5, and then suddenly drops down to 8.5. It fluctuates in between 8.5 and 9.0 for the rest of the graph, while occasionally going below 8.5, like right here, which is where I got my best average of 1,000. The histogram shows the frequency of each.
I really don't think it doesn't fit, really. I don't think the music fits. I'm so sad. It's one of my favorite stinking soundtracks. We'll try the other song. I have a feeling it's not going to fit either. Okay, we want it to be at this specific point. Right there. Oh, I'm stupid. This is not going to matter because I have to cut out the beginning of the song. Dang it. What is it called again? Illusionary Sputnik Night.
This session started on July.
Oh. So basically I had it at 0 and then right there.
This session started on July 27th, 2020 and ended on July 27th, 2021. Here are all the best averages achieved during the session. The average of the session was 8.89. The best time of the session was 4.43. All of these best averages were personal bests at the time of getting them, except for the average of 5 and single time. The total number of solves.
Okay, if it was to be included, if this specific type of music was to be included, actually, I don't know, maybe we'll go back to the False Strawberry, because they're both kind of basically the same in terms of the But if they were to be included, they would have to be at the very minimum volume, I think.
This session started on July 27th, 2020, and ended on July 27th.
I wish there was a option in between the minimum volume and the next volume.
2021. Here are all the best averages achieved during the session. The average of the session was 8.89. The best time of the session was 4.43. All of these best averages were personal bests at the time of getting them, except for the average of 5 and single time. The total number of solves was 58,004, 119 of which were DNFs. That means that 0.2% of the solves were DNFs, or 2 DNFs in every 1,000 solves. I did an average of 159 solves per day. I like to look at these 4 averages to determine what I'm currently averaging. So at the end of the session, I was averaging about 8.5 to 8.6. I found a website called Quibico Cubing that can show you a lot of different stats about your session. My favorite thing to look at on this chart is my average of 1,000, because you can get an idea.
I really wish there was a halfway point in between these two options for volume. Oh, man. If I feel very sure.
Average decreased over time. In order to understand this graph, you actually need to know that before June 2020, I was averaging 8.2 to 8.5, but then I learned a bunch of new F2L algs, and it took me a while to get my average back down. This is why at the beginning of the session, I was averaging high 9. As you can see, the average drastically decreases all the way down to about 9 flat, where it stays for a while. Then it gradually increases to about 9.5, and then suddenly drops down to 8.5. It fluctuates in between 8. Cool to see that the top, which kept the average at 636, averages a 5, because the very next solve was a 587, which kept the average at 636. Got 2 sub-6 means of 3, one in May, and got 2 sub-6 means of 3.
Okay, so we'll cut the music here, and we will fade out slowly. Well, it'll be quickly, I think. Fade out slow. Like, how slow will it fade out if I do it this way?
I totally forgot that I got 2 sub-6 means of 12 up to 539.
This is way too slow. We need it to be at least medium. We'll go fast and see what that looks like.
I totally forgot that I got 2 sub-6 means of 3. This shows all 13 4s I got in the session and every best solve up to 539.
Wait, I'm stupid. This is fade out. Fade in. None. Fade out. It's still on the slow, you idiot. Fast.
Got 2 sub-6 means of 3. I totally forgot that I got 2 sub-6 means of 3. One in.
Okay, that's literally the fastest it can fade out. That's so stupid.
Day. I totally forgot that I got 2 sub-6 means of 3.
And then we'll add the second thing. So actually, I don't know if I'm going with this one. What was the other one? Evolutionary growth from Carnival. Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite ones. Okay, so we'll probably add that one in. Okay.
July. This session started. For that particular session. The pattern in May and one in July. I got on the same day. I totally forgot that I got 2 sub-6 means of 3.
This one will be a minimum volume. And it will fade in fast. Okay? See how that works.
I totally forgot that I got 2 sub-6 means of 3. One in May and one in July. I got 2 636 in May and one in July. I got 2 636 averages of 5 means of 3. One in May and one in July. I got 2 6.
I don't know if I like that fade in at all. Maybe I'll just have no fade in.
Means of 3. One in May and one in July. I got 2 630.
I hate this thing. The fastest option is terrible. Okay, actually, undo. Don't even cut out the beginning. Literally just do the fade in like this, okay?
These are 3. 1 in May and 1 in July. I got these are 3. 1 in May and 1 in July. I got 2 636 averages.
That's still not fast enough, man. Oh my goodness. Oh. This is so stupid. How come this stupid fade-in thing doesn't have more options? Fade in faster.
May and 1 in July. I got 2. These are 3. 1 in May and 1 in July. I got 2 636 averages of 5.
That's okay. It's okay.
Got 2 sub 6 means of 3. 1 in May and 1 in July. I got 2 636 averages of 5 because the very next sol was a 587, which kept the average at 6.
Now I think this fade out is way too slow as well.
On the same day, I totally forgot that I got 2 sub 6 means of 3. 1 in May and 1 in July. I got 2 636 averages of 5 because the very next sol was a 587, which kept the average at 636. It's cool to see that the top 50 averages of 5 are all sub 7, and then all the rest of the averages aren't that interesting. This section shows when you got your first sub X time or average. For single, I got my first sub 5 on the second day and never got a 3, unfortunately. For mean of 3, I got my first ever sub 6 in May. Average of 5, I pretty quickly got a sub 7 and never got a sub 6. Average of 12, same story. Quickly got a 7XX and then that was it. For average of 50, it took me until February to get a sub 8 average. Funnily enough, only a week later I got a sub 8 average of 100. Finally, average of 1000 took 1 month to get sub 9 and that was it. Finally, we have this dates histogram. This shows how many solves you did per day, month, or year. Looking at the days, we can see when I took breaks from cubing. It looks like the longest break I took was from June 15th to July 7th. It seems that most of my sessions were in between 200 and 600 solves in a day. The shortest session I found was 8 solves on this day, and the longest one was 952 solves on this day. Here are the solves per month. I did a ton of solves in August 2020, 13,000 solves. During that time, I did
Alright.
I attempt to exponentially grow this YouTube channel, and if you have any suggestions, it would be much appreciated. Thanks for watching. Video. It's my first high effort. Thanks for watching. Video. It's my first high effort video in my attempt to exponentially grow this YouTube channel, and if you have any suggestions, it would be much appreciated. Thanks for watching.
I hate Windows Movie Maker.
Appreciated. Thanks for watching.
Fade out fast.
Suggestions would be much
Hello?
appreciated. Grow this YouTube channel, and if you have any suggestions, it would be much appreciated. Thanks for watching.
Okay. So, it's possible I'm going to change the music again.
This session started on July 27th, 2020, and ended on July.
So, like, the transition to the next song is... Oh, come on, where is it? Right here. I hate
I totally
this.
forgot that I got 2 sub 6 means of 3. 1 in May and 1 in July. I got 2 636 averages of 5
So that's the transition, then the end of the video is like this.
video. It's my first high effort video in my attempt to exponentially grow this YouTube channel, and if you have any suggestions, it would be much appreciated. Thanks for watching.
Well, this might literally be the final draft.
I did it.
I never cut the video itself. I never cut the video itself. All of the entire video. And this is quiet. The second one is quiet. This might be the final version. This might actually be it. I can't really tell if I like the music or not. I like the music. I don't know if I like it with the video. I can't tell if I like it with the video or not. But we might be done. This might be the last one. And then we're not done yet because we need to make a thumbnail. While we're waiting, I guess we'll try to figure out that. You know, I'm not going to look up a YouTube. Okay, fine. How to make a thumbnail with Paint. I don't have any other programs. I have Paint. I mean, it should be pretty simple, right? All I want to do is basically put a few different images on this, have a few different images combined, and then some text. That's literally it. Okay. Nice recommended videos. I spend most of my time on this account, so. Alright, how to make YouTube thumbnail on Paint. Using you can make one on your phone. Okay, does nobody use Paint? Does literally nobody use Paint to make it? I don't know. I want to use a program that... Oh my gosh, every single video on how to make a thumbnail was trying to be creative with their stinking thumbnail. God dang it. Oh. I don't want to watch any of these videos. Without Photoshop Easy. So there's third-party programs. Is there any program on my computer already that I can use? Gosh. Well, the most viewed one is this one. I don't want to watch. Oh man, I bet my video is gonna be copyright striked for watching this. Why does it have to be 9 minutes? If it's a third party.
Awesome looking custom thumbnails that get you more views on your YouTube video.
Can you tell me which program it is? Canva.com? It's not even a program. It's an online, it's a website. Okay, it's okay. I can use a website. It's fine. Nice freeze frame. All right, let's watch the video with the music. I don't know if I like the music. I don't know. But like, what's better, no music or? Well, the better thing. Okay, no music is better than having bad music. That is for sure. But what about no music as opposed to neutral music? Like music where it could go either way. Like maybe some people like it and some people don't, or maybe you can barely notice it, so it doesn't matter that much. But I don't know. I just like total music, man. Is this the final version of the video? All of the thumbnails of the videos have the explosion in the thumbnail. Oh my gosh. Let me double check that the video volume was the full volume. Yeah. Should be full. Should be full.
session started on July 27th, 2020 and ended on July 27th, 2021. Here are all the best averages achieved during the session. The average of the session was 8.89. The best time of the session was 4.43. All of these best averages were personal bests at the time of getting them, except for the average of 5 and single time. The total number of solves was 58,004, 119 of which were DNFs. That means that 0.2% of the solves were DNFs. I did a cubing session on CS Timer that lasted an entire year. The session started on July 27th, 2020 and ended on July 27th, 2021. Here are all the best averages achieved during the session. The average of the session was 8.89. The best time of the session was 4.43. All of these best averages were personal bests at the time of getting them, except for the average of 5 and single time. The total number of solves was 58,004, 119 of which were DNFs. That means that 0.2% of the solves were DNFs, or 2 DNFs in every 1,000 solves. I did an average of 159 solves per day. I like to look at these 4 averages to determine what I'm currently averaging. So at the end of the session, I was averaging about 8.5 to 8.6. I found a website called Quebico Cubing that can show you a lot of different stats about your session. My favorite thing to look at on this chart is my average of 1,000 because you can get an idea of how my overall average decreased over time. In order to understand this graph, you actually need to know that before June 2020, I was averaging 8.2 to 8.5, but then I learned a bunch of new F2L algs, and it took me a while to get my average back down. This is Y to 3, and that's where the PB stood until the end. For me to 3 PB, over time it steadily decreased from 6.76 down to 6.18, and then on May 23rd, starting at 722 was an top 15 results for each category. This shows all 13 4s I got in the session and every best solve up to 539. Fun fact, I got the top 2 times, 443 and 446 on the same day. I totally forgot that I got 2 sub-60s of 3, one in May and one in July. I got 2 636 averages of 5 because the very next solve was a 587, which kept the average at 636. It's cool to see that the top 50 averages of 5 were all sub-7, and then all the rest of the averages aren't that interesting. This section shows when you got your first sub-X time or average. For single, I got my first sub-5 on the second day and never got a 3, unfortunately. For meet of 3, I got my first ever sub-6 in May. Average of 5, I pretty quickly got a sub-7 and never got a sub-6. Average of 12, same story. Quickly got a 7 XX and then that was it. For average of 50, it took me until February to get a sub-8 average. Funnily enough, only a week later, I got a sub-8 average of 100. Finally, average of 1,000 took 1 month to get sub-9 and that was it. Finally, we have this dates histogram. This shows how many solves you did per day, month, or year. Looking at the days, we can see when I took breaks from cubing. It looks like the longest break I took was from June 15th to July 7th. It seems that most of my sessions were in between 200 and 600 solves in a day. The shortest session I found was 8 solves on this day, and the longest one was 952 solves on this day. Here are the solves per month. I did a ton of solves in August 2020, 13,000 solves. During that time, I didn't have school because it was between my summer semester at NICC and my fall semester at UW Platteville. Then I didn't do so many for that fall semester. In December, I only did 427. That's probably because I was studying for final exams, and then for winter break, I did a lot of Crash Insanity speedrunning. Then I randomly decided to do a lot of solves from Pile. Then go to QuebicoCubing.com and X for this web 2000 for 2021. Although each of these is only about half a year. And that's basically it for this website. That was super cool, and I definitely recommend you try it out for yourself. What you do is click export, and then click export to file. Then go to QuebicoCubing.com and click choose file, choose your file, and then click submit, and there you go. Props to whoever made this website. Well, that's about it for this video. Hope you enjoyed, and if so, consider subscribing. Also, I'd really appreciate it if you left a comment letting me know what you thought of this video. It's my first high-effort video in my attempt to exponentially grow this YouTube channel, and if you have any suggestions, it would be much appreciated. Thanks for watching. Solves. I got 13 4s, which is 0.02%, or 2 out of every 10
videos, even if you don't have any graphic design knowledge at all. I'm going to show you how in this quick and easy tutorial right now. Hey, what's up guys? Sean here with Video Influencers, help you build your influence, income, and impact with online video. And on this channel, we do interviews with video influencers, as well as tips and strategy videos just like this one. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. But as you know, custom thumbnails are one of the most important parts of actually getting people to watch your and for having success on YouTube in general. But it can be hard to make thumbnails like the pros. So let's jump into some quick and easy tips right now. And hey, before we jump over and make the thumbnail, we're gonna talk about how to take a screenshot from your video and use that for your thumbnail. But the very best thing that you can do is to take a separate photo intentionally for your thumbnail. So first, I'm gonna take a couple photos with my smartphone that we're gonna be able to use in the thumbnail. Okay guys, so like I said, the first thing that we're gonna do here is we can grab a screenshot of a video. Now I'm using the snipping tool and I'm on a PC. You could do a screen capture and capture the whole screen. I'm just gonna snip a picture of a frame of a paused YouTube video. Your best place to do this might be actually in your video editing software or making your video full screen if you wanted to grab a screenshot like this. Next, you want to jump over to canva.com. And Canva is entirely free. It is a super cool design site, and that's where we're going to design our custom thumbnail. Starting here on this screen, once you're signed up for your account, say use custom.
Of course you have to make an account, of course.
What you want to do is do 1920 by 1080. That is HD resolution dimensions, and that is going to be the dimensions of your custom thumbnail. So just put those numbers in there. And then what you want to do is you can go to uploads and upload either the photos from a custom thumbnail shoot where you take some intentional photos, or the screenshot. So with that screenshot there, you can see that one here, and all you got to do is just drag it in, and you can scale it up and then put text on there and use your screenshot however you want. But I'm going to use one of these photos from the shoot I just did just now.
Wait, I want to see. That's not the one he used. He used this one. He literally didn't even use that thumbnail. Well, he's probably making it for a different video or something. I don't know.
So how do you make
Oh, come on.
design site, and that's where we're going to design our custom thumbnail. Starting here on this screen, once you're section you want. The make good just to use one of these photos from the shoot I just did just now, sitting here with my iPhone, and this is just shows you can make good thumbnails even without necessarily like a great camera, because it's the front-facing camera of my iPhone and it's not even the greatest quality. And so I was able to just put those in there. But one of the things I'd recommend is that if you have a DSLR or something, that you take some high-quality photos for your thumbnail. And the first thing that you want to do is you actually want to make it a little more contrasty. You want to up the saturation and you want to sharpen it. The way you do that on Canva is if you go to the blur tool, if you go that way, it makes it blurry. If you go the other way, it makes it sharper. And there's been research done and stuff to say that thumbnails are more effective if they're about 30% oversaturated and 30% over sharpened. Because it's so small, you want the image really to pop. It's not going to be this big, right? And there's my crazy face. Sorry about that. But okay, so then what you can do is you can add text. And the way I like to make my text really pop out and be readable is by adding a shape first. And so
the main thing I want to know how to do is to have multiple photos. I don't know if I'm going to have multiple things. I'm probably going to have a screenshot of me doing a solve and then text and something else. I don't know.
In this case, we could bring in a nice rounded corner box here and put a shape where...
Wait, hold on a sec. So add a shape.
So in this case, we could bring in a nice rounded corner box here and put a shape where our text is going to go. And then we could change the color of it. You could add extra colors and maybe grab like a dark gray shape or something just like that. And then what we can do is grab our text and simply put it in here with whatever our video is about. And so I usually like to do kind of block text, but of course whatever your style is. And we could say weird trick for YouTube.
Wait, is that spelled wrong? Did he spell weird wrong? Hold on a second. He spelled weird wrong. Fail! Oh my.
Kind of matches my face. And change the text to white, and we should be good.
He literally doesn't notice it's
now, a couple
spelled
of
wrong.
principles for good thumbnails is you don't want to use too many words, right? Because it's so small, you want it to be as kind of big and readable as possible. So there you go. And one other thing that you can check out on Canva is that if you go over to the search bar here, you could come up with, and just search YouTube, you could come up with cool designs and cool shapes and stuff. So you actually could bring in like a logo and maybe put this down here, and that could be like kind of sitting on my hand. Even though
So if you just search stuff, you could find random
get rid of
logos.
this text. Boom, there you go. And
Wait, what? Hold on a second.
Maybe put this down here.
So if you add extra, to add extra photos, you probably just put that on there. And it's pretty easy.
Like kind of sitting on
Kind of like how you added the text and the.
cut off, and then we could get rid of this text. Boom, there you go. And like I said, what I like to do is usually have like a nicer image for the thumbnail that we actually take intentionally. So this kind of gives you a look into our world with like what Benji and I would do for a video influencer shoot. Is we would put a camera on a timer on the DSLR and shoot custom, intentional photos that are going to be used for our thumbnails, right? So in this case, you go weird trick or just weird trick because the YouTube logo is on there. Yeah, all right. And then that can just be moved down here. You can rotate it a little bit. And like I always like to do, I think that having it be really readable is important. And one of the best ways to do that is to probably throw an element behind it that just really makes it pop on the page. And then what you do is just click on this and say back, and it sends that to the back. YouTube, weird trick. And just like the other photo, even if it is with your DSLR, go ahead and sharpen it up a little bit, up the saturation a little bit, contrast, maybe move the image around, and there we go. YouTube weird trick. And then all you got to do is say download and say high quality image, and that'll save to your computer. Just click save, and then we'll cut over to my media channel. And so we're inside Creator Studio, and we're on the videos themselves, and we're in the place where you edit your stuff.
This video is really old
You have your
because there's no more Creator Studio.
default 3 options to make thumbnail or your change icon.
Well, that seems to be about it there. Okay, so it looks like that's a pretty nice website, canva.com, for making the thumbnail, because that's literally all we have left. The video is done. We just need the thumbnail and the description. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I might write the description first. Nice job, you just did that. Might take a bit of a break. Okay, you know what? Before we take the break, we'll actually go sign up for canva.com. Epic. That I'm gonna type my password or create a password, which I cannot do on video. Like, why do you have to make a free account? Whatever. That's fine. I've made accounts on millions of websites. It's not that big of a deal. Also, my lag. Hello. I guess we've been recording for over 2 hours. No wonder it's lagging. Man, I can't believe we're basically done with this video. We're still not done. We need the thumbnail and the description. But once we're done with the thumbnail and description, then we're done. We're stinking done. Oh, that took so long. It took basically an entire week to make one video. Now, that's not so bad now, is it? One video a week? And I'll get faster over time, so... I could sign up with Google or Facebook. Huh. I think I'll just use my email. Let's see, what should you look at while we're doing this? Nothing. Okay, sorry, there's a black screen. I'm sorry. I can't be bothered to try to stick an image up instead of this. So, okay, you know what? You can find. Okay, what? Okay, think about this. Okay, this seems kind of conceited, but what would you rather be looking at right now? A black screen or my face? So I'll just add, because I have that already here. So this. Hello? Oh, come on, stupid lag. Lag. Hi. Why is my face covering the entire screen? No, we're not gonna have it that big. Sorry. Okay, that's... Alright, so have fun looking at my face while I make this stinking account. You can't see it, right? Okay. Lag, 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 lag. Oh man. Hurry up. Maybe I should have waited till afterwards to get the account, because it's lagging a lot. Of course. To be stinking. Hurry up, lag, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry It says, what will be... Okay, I think I can show screen now, so bye. Oh no. Okay. So it says technically this is a small business, but I don't know if that's what they mean. I'm just gonna say personal. Oh, come on. No. Okay, for a second I thought that this was not free. And it's like, this is your free trial. I was like, no. Okay. Wait, hold on a second. What did he say that you had to do to get to the thumbnail thingy?
Is if you go to this is an 80. That is HD. To do this might be actually in your video screen. And Canva is entirely free. It is a super cool design site, and that's where we're going to design our custom thumbnail. Starting here on this screen, once you're signed up for your account, say use custom dimensions. What you want to do is do 1920.
All right. Use custom dimensions. Blah 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 blah. Hello. Get out of here. How about thumbnail? YouTube thumbnail. Nice. How about How about home? They changed the website from 4 years ago. Because look, okay, if you go create a design, it actually, if you just do this, so he literally just started with clicking on this thing here. So, okay, so we're done signing up for that. So now, after we take a break, all we have to do is create the thumbnail and create the description, and then we're done. Okay.